All right, welcome back to another video episode, whatever you want to call it. You guys just watching me how to day trade, with prop firms. Um, let's get right into it. We have 3 minutes until the open. So first, you guys cannot see, I'm going to be looking and checking out the news. I can't even find it now. I think I might have exited out of that window. So let me hurry up and pull up the news, but I'm pretty sure there is no news still because of the government shutdown. It does say we have FOMC today at 1 o'clock, so I have to actually check and see if the government is still shut down. Is the government still shut down? It popped up for me. Is the government still shut down? This says on October 1st. No, can I still? 6 hours ago, yes, the federal government remains largely shut down. So that was 6 hours ago. Okay, so I guess still no news today. I'm not entirely sure. Got to pull up my separate charts as well. But right now, let's just do our quick analysis. We have this break of structure right here. We're starting on the daily time frame. We went down and we went back up. So this is now that. So this right here is the liquidity that we took off of the daily, right? We went up, up, down, up, up, down. So we swept in here. So right now, this is kind of the trajectory that we're on. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. 4 hour, we are high, low, or low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher. So we are currently bearish on the 4-hour time frame. Computer's going slow. Sorry about that. We're currently in open 4-hour break of structure. I think the 1 hour is bearish as well. Yes. So I'm expecting really a pushback to the downside after coming into this large 1 hour imbalance. We may go up further into it. I'm not sure though. 1 hour imbalance. But I'm expecting a push to the upside first. Somewhere in here to take this high. And then from there, I'm expecting a pushback to the downside. So this is the 50%, just so we have that marked out as well. And now let's see what we can get on the lower time frame. This is a 4-hour and a 1 hour break of structure. You could put it in red just like how I do on the videos. And now we're kind of just going to monitor the lower time frame, see if we can get a sweep of the highs and then a push back down. So we got this high, this low, this higher high. So right now, this is kind of the range of the 5-minute. And we want to see a pushback to the downside for some sells. Not sure what gold is doing, but I'm not really worried about gold at the moment. We're now on 3 express funded accounts, so taking 1 micro contract still per trade, maybe 2 maximum, but right now we're just going to focus on taking 1 maximum. There's also a little bit of liquidity right here. We have a lot of lows that I would love to see taken out today, but so far, pretty large push to the upside. S&P So we have a large, looks like a SMT right now on NQ and ES. ES has seemed to have the better trades as of lately when it comes to the SMTs and things like that. Like right now, I'm expecting ES to kind of flush lower with this SMT. But let's just kind of map it out and see. Low, high, low, high, low, high. So this is the structure right now that we're maintaining on ES. And I may take a trade off of ES today just to see how it works out. Because as of lately, like I said, ES has had the better playouts in the trades. So that's pretty strong.
Order filled.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a sell and see what happens. It's a slightly early sell. I'm gonna wait to take one more position off of here. See if we can get a better close below this. That's just telling me ES is kind of pushing
Order
lower.
filled.
I'm gonna go ahead and buy one more. So I'm risking, I think, about 50 bucks right now. And now we're just waiting. Let me see what NQ is doing. NQ should be looking to push back down. I kind of want to take a sell on NQ as well, but we're just going to wait for a moment. Maybe if we take, I'm going to take
order filled,
a very light sell position. And I probably could have just added some contracts to the ES position. But what I'm looking or hoping for right now is that we close through this bullish imbalance and then we get the run back to the downside. Now we could still push up a little bit higher and then get this to happen, which is very possible. So we're gonna let it do its thing. But this is a very early position right now. I will not be mad at all if we get stopped out, giving it a smidge of breathing room. Make sure it's the right stop loss. Going up for a buy takes us out for the sell. Okay, let's check on ES. ES looks solid right now. We're going to have this right here as well. 13, that's really nothing. I can take probably one more
order filled
position. So now we have 3 contracts. Buy, stop. Always want to make sure you're not risking too much. Right now I have 90 on the table for this trade, which is solid. That's okay with me. And now I have all of my limit orders ready. And then we kind of want to see what NQ is doing. It's looking meh. So we kind of got that close to that imbalance, did we? No, not completely. So I kind of want to exit out of this. How much are we risking though? Let's just see. We're risking 40 on this position. I kind of want to have my stop loss just a little higher in case we come up one more time. I'm going to put it right above here just in case we dip up into this area right here, because this is like a little supply level on the 1 minute time frame. So we're gonna leave it there and see if we can hold. Maybe it pushes up one more time, then heads to the downside, because we did not get a complete close through this level. So let's check on ES. ES is pushing down at the moment. We need to make sure we kind of read ES's structure on the higher time frame as well. So let me delete some of this. And let's see what we're working with at the moment on ES. So we are bearish, but I don't know if we're going to target the lows just yet. We may hold and keep pushing higher until
Order
we get
filled.
up here in that range. So we got stopped out of the NQ position, which I'm not surprised. That's a not good for the ES position. But we're just gonna wait it out and see. Right now, you can see on the 1 hour time frame, we swept the highs up here. We kind of swept the lows, but it's also like a break of structure as well, because it's a break and close below. We do have this 1 hour imbalance right here that seems like it wants to hold. So let's go down to the lower time frame and see what we can find here. 47.25, 47.25. So we have equal lows for sure down there. Boom, boom. So I'm still liking this trade. I think I'm gonna add a little bit
Order
to it.
filled.
Just very good confluences right now. I feel like NQ is still gonna have the play. I'm gonna hop in one more time
Order
on this
filled.
NQ trade. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We're gonna put our buy stop up here. We want to make sure we get that 60 back in this trade for sure. I'm gonna put the take profit somewhere like down here, to be honest. And that should give us about I'm looking for my take profit. Take profit is 160 for this NQ trade. And we are risking probably about 30 to, well, probably like 40. Risking 48 on this position. I typically do give it a little more breathing room, but I don't think there's a need for this trade, to be honest. And we're going to leave it like that. This is ES. Looks like we're trying to hold the lows right now. I believe this was the SMT right here. Let me double check. Yes, that is the SMT at the highs right there. So this is kind of the level we want to see hold. We may get a pushback to the upside, but we do have this bearish imbalance that can kind of push us back to the downside if need be. But my hope and my goal is to just push straight through all of these levels. There's a lot of equal lows down here as well. So I'm gonna go check on MNQ real quick. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take my normal. All right, so price is being difficult. We are now back to kind of break even. I told you that we may get some push up from this zone. Um, we do want to see a break and hold below here, but maybe we're just gonna continue to the upside. That is very possible. I'm gonna check and see if there's any SMTs at the lows as well. It looks like there definitely is SMTs at the lows. Low, lower low, low, lower low. So we have SMTs now at the lows as well. So it's kind of going to be another choppy, confusing day. And like I said, I wanted to see a push below this, but it looks like we're going to hold it and continue to the upside. Possibly. Let me check on NQ. I want to see this hold and push us back lower. It may not happen. It may happen. I kind of wanted to add in one position there and just put the stop loss like very low, but this is the positions that we have set for today. Right now, you can see this is a breaker structure on the 1 minute, and we now have equal lows stacked up down here. So this would kind of be the target that I'm looking to see price seek or take out. And I want to see rejection right about now. I kind of want to raise my stop loss a bit, which I think I will, because if I get stopped out, I'm just going to get back into this position. So we're going to raise the stop loss just a bit, just a tad. I'll raise it a little bit more. And now I'm going to keep it around right there. It's typically never a great idea to keep moving your stop loss. But I'm gonna keep it right there. And if it gets stopped out, oh well. Looks like we will. So I'm kind of in a way counter trend trading today. I didn't trade with structure exactly, and I should have waited for the break and close of that trend line, which I figured could hold, and look at it, we're now holding it. So I should have been looking for potential buys down here. This is the zone that I want to see rejection from if we're going to go lower. But right now, it looks like we may go higher today. I mean, we have a SMT at the highs. We have a SMT at the lows. So right now, I'm not sure which one of these is the manipulation.
Order filled.
So we just got our order filled on NQ or MNQ, whatever you want to call it. And we really should have waited for the close under this trend line. That is where we messed up today. We needed to wait for the close under this trend line. So based off of just early on today, which I typically should not have sized as heavy, I may just be done. I may just call it a day. I don't want to put myself in too much of a deficit, especially with my follower account. This is a newer account, down 200. There is a supply level up here that we may bounce off of, but we also may just use it as liquidity to take. Not sure if we're still going to hold this SMT. It looks like we just pushed past it. We created equal highs. Not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. We're gonna go look at MNQ. MNQ is still pushing higher. So we haven't really broke structure to the downside yet. So that's kind of where I've messed up. We've been creating the potential setups, but we have not actually broke structure yet. Like, well, this was a break of structure, which made me slightly bearish, but we also kind of swept the low, which means that the buyers that were sitting in this area, when the stop losses were hit and the sellers came into the market, they were bought right here. So we do still have sellers in this zone, which could push us down at this SMT high, but we also have buyers that are showing their face right now. Um, so we really have to have a break and close through this trend line in order to see the TPs hit that I have set. If we do hit those TPs, we may not. We may just be break even at this point. So it is what it is. Break even is better than losses. So right now we're bouncing back off of this spot that I figured we could. Right in here. This is the spot that's holding us up now. You can see we have this 1 minute break of structure right here. This is demand essentially, and we could just go take the highs right now. We have equal highs as well that we could target. So yeah, we're gonna see. We just also swept this liquidity inside of here. So we're gonna see potentially if this plays out, then that tells me I should have just kept the trades going on here and not tried to also capitalize on the drop of MNQ. So we're still getting rejections from the downside. There's still imbalance also in this level. There's also imbalance right here, but there's also equal highs. So we're really in the middle. It might be a choppy day. I would not also be surprised, like I said, if we hold this supply zone after sweeping these highs and then getting the move lower. But I want to make sure I'm not risking too much in order to let that happen. Right now, the risk on the table is 163 in this position. I think so. Yeah, 163. So let's keep on labeling our things. The only thing that's really holding this together is that SMT, but with the equal highs now, it doesn't look promising. Equal highs. So there's equal highs now and equal lows. So in this scenario, we may take out one and then we may take out the other. We may have a push up to here, sweep, and then we take out the equal lows. MNQ is still pushing to the upside. This is now our new 1 minute low, breaking this 1 minute high, and we are still pushing up on ES. Does not look like this is going to hold, but if it does, I'll be happy. Let me see, go to the 5 minute. Pushed through this 5 minute bearish imbalance, but we also don't have any bullish imbalances that have been created, as you can see. So that's a sign that if we do go higher, that this may be manipulation. Because the next imbalance is around kind of like essentially right here. This one has already been mitigated, but I'll keep it up there since that's the one that was holding. Now put it over here. Let's go to MNQ. I still want to take a trade off of MNQ, but as of now, it's not looking promising. We may hit this level right here, a 1 hour liquidity, or we may just go and take out the all-time highs. So I'm gonna set a alert at that level, just in case I want to take one more trade to see if we can get us back right. Because I think that's also where I might have messed up today. Like just being mindful of where the 1 hour liquidity is. Let's go ahead and take a look at ES. ES may be targeting this as well. We'll see. But this is the 1 hour liquidity on ES. But you can kind of see the structure that was being maintained right in here. I got to be more cautious and mindful of trading early, because it seems like in the beginning of the day, I always take a small loss or two before I actually catch the actual move for the day. And in the beginning, a lot of the things that are happening is just, fake outs, manipulation, etc. So, I kind of want to move this stop loss. I'm going to move it only because if I get stopped out, I'm just going to get in this position again near the levels right here. So, I'm going to have it maybe like right there. I kind of want to have it higher, but I gotta be careful of how much I'm risking. Right now, I'm risking 208, which is a decent amount of the profit now that I made. We're still holding equal highs. I'm hoping we can just get that sweep and then that push back to the downside. Let's see what gold has been doing. Gold looks like we're going to the upside now. Do we have equal highs on gold? Looks like we do. I'm kind of a fan of gold right now. To see what gold is gonna do. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like the news, something's gonna happen with news, so, or the preparation of news. So we now got that spike to the upside. I'm gonna leave my stop loss around right there. I'm hoping that this is now the manipulation and the sweep to then have the move down. But I definitely should have been in buys and been a little more just smart with that and patient. So now we're kind of waiting to see if this is in fact the manipulation to then go down. Let's go ahead and take a look at ESC, what's happening. We're pushing up stronger. Don't like it. Don't like it at all.
Order filled.
So orders filled, 369 now. Balance is 240. Not good execution at the moment. If I'm just following structure, I had to wait. And this is just like going back and making sure I'm making the right decisions. We had the SMTs, computer going slow. We had the SMTs. The only thing we messed up on is the execution down here at these lows. Once I saw this SMT, I probably should have got out of the market, and I should not have entered until we had a close below this 5-minute low. Since we swept it, that means that buyers were stepping back into the market. We were holding this trend line, and I should have been in for buys around here and maybe even here. So let's see if we can come back from this. I think we definitely can. At least recover some. But we're looking pretty bullish right now. Once we hit this right here, come on, computer's going slow. I gotta make sure all of these positions are exited out of. Let me go to ES. Okay, all those positions are gone. And if we were only playing with ES today, then that would have been good. We would have been fine because we probably would have managed the position better. But it is what it is. So now we are kind of in that zone where we would want to see sales come into the market, which is around this point. My computer is going slow at the moment. Come on now. So it's kind of really, I want to see this tapped, but maybe we're tapping into the 4 hour. 4 hour order block, whatever you want to call it. This is like a refinement. What took the high? So this is kind of, my computer is tripping. I gotta refresh or something. So this is kind of the spot we would look to see potential sales come back in. But now we kind of need to see, break of structure to the downside. We really don't want to lose too much more. This account's already down 300 first day, so we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it attached at the moment. We're looking pretty bullish. So really, we just need to wait for a solid break in structure. Just reading price right now. We're looking pretty extended. This is the 3-minute low. 3-minute low. And you can see like how I do my structure. Like, this is a 3-minute high, 3-minute low, 3-minute high, 3-minute low. So now this is the 3-minute range in price. So now I'm kind of going to the lower time frame to see if I can catch something. So we've now tapped into this 1 minute. And now I'm just trying to read price on a fractal scale.
Order filled.
So I'm going to take this, and this is going to probably be uh, my last position for the day. We're going to try to recover um, the loss. And if we don't, we don't. Um, this is our 1 minute low. We tapped into this demand, which is the last down candle before the up move. I'm actually going to potentially put one more sell stop if we can get another push back into this range. And then I'm going to just have my stop loss higher up. What is it? 5, 4. Let's see how much we are risking. We're risking now 160. This is a risky trade. Now we want to see this low taken because that's the 1 minute low, the new 1 minute low. And we had a sweep of this high as well as this high. So we want to see it push back into the 1 minute range and then break below. We're looking fairly bullish though. And I meant to account for this since we came off of the 1 hour. This is why I drew that trend line. So I should have been more aware of that we were probably going to push to all-time highs. So that was a huge mistake on my part. We may get a slight push down from here, but I don't think it's going to push us back to back a lot lower. So I may exit this position. Yeah, we may get a push lower, but I don't think it's going to push us down super far. It may push us down to like inside of here. If it does, in fact, push us down. Now, it could, push us way down to these lows, but I'm not necessarily expecting it because we swept a lot of liquidity before pushing back to the upside. It's also liquidity inside of here. That may be the target before we see any type of rejection. I'm going to go ahead and stick it right here. And we're going to see what happens. We're risking 200 now on this position. This should be a lower time frame imbalance in this level. Trying to move over to it. Doesn't look like a lot, to be honest. That could really push us back to the downside. There's something inside of here, but yeah, just bad execution early on. So I might have to take some time during the beginning of the day to make sure I don't get stuck in any type of manipulation. Because I've noticed as of recently that's what's been happening. Even though looking back now, I can see I should have been in buys before looking for sales because the daily structure is still bullish. So if we can get a push down here, I may recover some of those losses, but it's not looking too good. This is the lows that's being maintained. This is the spot that I wanted to see that push back to the downside, but it is not looking too hot. And this is all honestly just based off execution. This has nothing to do with the strategy. My strategy played out very well today. I'm just executing poorly, and now I'm just banking on, in a way, like random pushes to the upside or downside. We want to see this gap closed in. If we close through, I'll go ahead just add another sell. Why not? Need to put a buy limit of 3 until that's closed through.
Order filled.
So now we can put 4. So this is a 1 minute inverse fair value gap, not something you want to go off of a lot. We could reject out of here and continue to the upside, but I want to see some type of retracement out of this zone before we break all-time highs, if we can get that. But at this point, already a bad trading day. It's just a bad trading day. Just based off my execution. Simply based off execution, not my P&L. Like, even if I was to go back to break even or be up in my P&L by the end of the day, it's still a bad trading day because of me following or not following my rules. So we got a slight close through this imbalance. We could see slightly lower prices now, but this is just a 1 minute time frame, so you don't want to put a lot of emphasis on the 1 minute time frame, which I unfortunately did today. I was on the 1 minute way too long. I would like to see us come back into this liquidity pool if possible, but we have this large imbalance right here that we could bounce off of. So this is a 5 minute imbalance. We just inversed a 1 minute right here. We want to see the 1 minute low right here broken. And if we do come back up, maybe we take some liquidity in here and then continue lower, or maybe we just continue higher. The 1 minute structure is currently bullish, so, and we did not create an imbalance on this push down. All we did was create an inverse fair value gap. So I would love for us to now get a imbalance pushing downward, because that'll kind of solidify this more of a supply zone. Because right now this is kind of how it looks, bullish imbalance, we push through, but what we want to see now is a bearish imbalance created, and we start to respect those bearish imbalances. If we don't create that bearish imbalance, what's going to happen is something like this. We're going to have choppy, 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 and then we're just going to go back to the upside. Most likely. So right now, not what I want to see. We're kind of going down slow, telling us we still may want to hold for buyers and push higher. Now it's also looking choppy on the way up. So now we're kind of like even in price right in here. So we're just waiting. Let's take a look, see what ES is doing. I'm just curious. Pretty high up. Could be waiting for ES just to catch up, to be honest. MNQ. Curious to know if we're going to have some type of SMT form now. Let's take a quick look at gold. Just curious. Holding that line. I'm thinking gold is gonna I thought gold was gonna take these highs out, but it looks like we're gonna go lower. If we close below, kind of like in here, I think we're gonna go lower on gold. And I think there was also a SMT at the highs on gold. I can't remember. Let's go back to MNQ. We did not take this liquidity out, but we did take this liquidity out, but we also left equal highs inside of this, which kind of tells me we're most likely going to come back for that later. So we're just trying to recover some losses now, to be honest. This is not what we want to see. We're sweeping the inside of here right now, and really we need like a close below. So this is almost like the same thing we were doing earlier. Right now we're sweeping, but we need like a close below um, the formation of the trend lines right here. So just trying to look at uh, what would get us back to break even. It's kind of far away. Let's go to ES real quick, see if we made any type of SMT. No SMT. Um, but we're probably super far away from the target to actually make it back. 290, 192 is this would be 130. Um, let's see. 111, we would probably be up just a little bit. But I don't think it's going down that far. Yeah, we would be up if we was to go back to 111, but I don't see price going all the way down to 111. It's possible. Yeah, we'd be up a ton if we could hit 111. So let me kind of map out the targets if this trade does in fact give us some decent play to the downside. We'll take maybe 2 contracts off right here if we can get all the way through that imbalance. 2 contracts off at 174 would be about 140, which would take away close to half. 140 is 280. So it'd take a decent amount off. Now, if we could get down into here, that would be really nice. Let me take some of my drawings off for a moment. So now we're finally getting an okay push to the downside, but we have this huge 5-minute imbalance that we got to get through. Huge 5-minute imbalance. Now, it is also possible that we go all the way down and take out the lows. I almost trimmed some of the position off right there just because, I'm down a lot. But I wanna hold on just a little bit and see if we can recover. So like I said, that would put us back at about 140. 243 would put us at how much? 243. 243 would be another 100 to 200. It'll be about another 100. So 140, 240. And then 111 would put us, we'd probably be in profit a little bit at 111. So we're going to aim for 111. How much is that? 170. So we can put this back on. We really don't need all those drawings at the moment. This is the level that was just broken. We now got the close below, but we're in that 5-minute imbalance. And this is going to be what makes or breaks this trade. There's multiple 5-minute imbalances as well. So we wanna see this 1-minute hold. Currently don't like how price is pushing out of this imbalance. We're kind of pushing out of it with kind of like a V shape. And you don't want to see V shapes coming out of the zone that you want to see be pushed through. Now we're kind of V shaping back down, which is a good sign. But we could still hold this zone. We also have the equal highs up here that I was talking about earlier. And now we're kind of pushing out of this zone stronger than I'd like. But since there's no imbalance in this push up, that's the what we have in our favor at the moment. But we could easily get a huge push up all of a sudden, inversing this gap, and then we're in a little bit of trouble. We already inversed this gap right here. And we kind of swept liquidity in here as well. So we really could go either way right now. And I think this is the spot that's going to tell us where we're going to go. And right now it's looking like we may go to the upside. With this sell, I don't want to see any bullish imbalances being created. So we did push through this bearish imbalance, and I want to see this close through as well. And if we can get, like I said, another bearish candle or something, then we may be straight. There's also kind of like equal highs in this area, which we could use as liquidity. Trying to see, did we create a imbalance? It doesn't look like it. 20475, 20475. So this is still no imbalances created yet, but that does not mean this trade is going to play out. Let's check the 30-second. No imbalances on the 30-second either. Actually, there's one small 30-second imbalance right here. So it's very small, but it doesn't matter. We kind of want to see that closed through. There's a small one right here as well. With liquidity resting right here. So if we can sweep this, good, and push back down. But if we push through this one, then I fear this trade may go south. Kind of want to close out of it, but I'm just gonna let it ride. We're gonna take the trade as it comes. I kind of want to have my stop loss back above that level that I had, but at this point, I don't think it's going to matter. This was the level right here, inside of here. And this could be equal highs to push us lower. But we could also push lower, like I said, from this whole endeavor. So this is another spot.
Order filled.
Just going to go ahead, bank in another position here to average up just a smidge. I'm going to put the stop loss of that one right here, though. And if this plays out now, then this will put me up. But we also have, let me see, that small imbalance right here that could just take us to the top. So we got this trend line right here forming. And this is kind of what I want to see break through as well. I don't know if there's any point in really moving this up. Now, if we hit, I'm just mapping out my TPs again if this does play out to the downside. But as of now, it's looking grim. 174, 174. Yeah, looking bad, looking bad. 174 would be about 375. Yeah, there's no point in even doing all these calculations if it's about to take me out, to be honest. The point of no return. I can probably just do it on the calculator on my phone. I'm just trying to see how much it would be if I put the first target with 3 contracts right there. So that would be 225 for the first profit target, which I will definitely take that if we can get it. So this first profit target right here, if we can hit that, would put me back at 125 down for the day. And then if we can go down lower, that would put me in profit by a little bit. But also if I just cash out here, that will put me back at break even. So I honestly, I may do that. Even right here, there's a small imbalance, which I don't like on the 1 minute. And I don't want that to then cause us to shoot right back up. So I may take the profit off right here as well. So now we're getting a break of this trend line, but not with a lot of momentum, but we do have a break and close of the candles. So now we have to see if there's any imbalanced spots that may push us back to the upside, which there's this one. I think this is the main one. This is the main spot we have to push through. And you're going to see a reaction. You saw the reaction, but now we're pushing through it. I think I'm going to trim 2 of the contracts off right here. In this imbalance. So now we're getting we had the break of this trend line. But if we do get a strong candle back to the upside, that could just be the catalyst to this whole trade. And that's kind of strong, but we are still below this. And I think the strength is coming from this imbalance right here, like I was saying. So we don't have any imbalances to, I don't think, to push us back down on the 30-second time frame. So this may just be the L now on this setup. We're really in consolidation now from this high to this low. So we're technically bearish on the 1 minute. And I want to see at least this taken out before we go to the upside. But that does not have to happen, because we had this last imbalance right here. That could push us back up. So just looking at TradingView, we do have one good thing in our favor right now. We do have SMT at the highs right here, but it's a lower time frame SMT, so I don't expect a lot from it. It could push us back to take out this low, but it could just be a SMT that already technically played out right here and pushed us lower, and then we just continue the trend we were in. So right now we have a high and a lower high, and on ES we have a high and a higher high. Right here we have this high and this higher high. I think that's the same high. So that's where the SMT is. Yeah, SMT. So we literally could come up all the way up to this as long as we hold this high. Just sitting and waiting, trying to see what's going to happen. I'm going to put my stop loss above the SMT, just that one contract. I'm going to leave the rest up here. Taking off 3. Just trying to make sure I have the right things set and ready. So I'm going to put 3 contracts right here. Buy limit. Come on, computer. And then I'm most likely going to set this to break even if we do break this low. And then I'm just going to try to, if we do push down, I'm going to try to ride the rest down here. But the price action is not looking good right now. And it's to be expected, to be honest. So now we're kind of getting that push down, but really we need to just see the push through this trend line. We had a break through the first one, which was right here. And now we're kind of getting a break through this one. And I set the buy limit right here only because we have this 1 minute imbalance, which I know is going to push us up slightly. So right now this is looking like a bullish flag play. You know, we kind of got the flag going right here. So we're now in this 3 minute imbalance again, kind of rejecting out of it. But I would like to see this low taken before we go back to the upside. So I'm going to keep an eye on ES, and we'll go from there. It looks like we have another SMT. There's so many SMTs right now. On the 1 minute time frame from here to here. Is there actually, hold on. I thought there was a SMT. There's no SMT. There's no SMT. But we're just being very cautious right now, because the SMTs do give you an idea of when the manipulation is occurring. We should see this low go though. What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to put 2 contracts here. I'm going to trail one of the contracts. Let me see. I'm going to trail one contract with this price action, and then I'm going to let these contracts hold. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will be the other one. So this one I'm going to trail right here. Come on now, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. We're going to see if we can get this one more to like this level. I figured we would get a bounce in here because of this 3 minute. Actually, I think it was a 1 minute. This 1 minute imbalance, but I didn't think it would edge me like that. Kind of want to take the position off now, at least 2 of the contracts, but I'm just gonna hold. I'm gonna hold. I want to see us reject out of here so we can go back and take the low out, but we honestly don't have to because we're in consolidation, which kind of sucks. I should have thought about that. I should have had my take profit right here. Come on, market. Hate to see that. Come on, finish the play. Man, we're being pretty difficult. Thinking about just taking those 2 contracts off. I'm going to do it.
Order filled.
So I took the 2 contracts off. We're minus 311 now. Still pretty bad. Looks a little corrective, so that's a good sign. This looks corrective right here. So now we're about to tap into that take profit. Now I'm going to trail this right here and see if we can get it pushed out into those lows. I'm also going to put this stop loss to break even and see where we go from here. I'm going to take a look at the higher time frame real quick. 3 minute, we're now on this the little bit of this small imbalance we rejected. Now we could continue to push lower if we wanted to. There's a 3 minute imbalance right here, which is a good sign that we could continue down. Also a small 3 minute imbalance right here. It's honestly not that small, but we're going to trail this stop loss. I kind of want to give it a little more breathing room. Let's see. We'll put it right here. I honestly want to trail maybe 2 contracts, and then I'll leave a long one for the real runner. But we want to make sure we secure some type of comebacks, because today was tough. We did not play the start how we should have. We expect pullbacks inside of these 3 minute imbalances. So I expect a potential pullback coming out of this zone. So now we are minus 111. That's not bad at all. If we get stopped out now, we'll be around minus 150. So I think around minus 150. Let me see. 169 to the 1 hour low, low. I'm really expecting us to travel somewhere down here. We have a ton of liquidity to the downside that we could take out. So I may be doing myself a disservice by trailing so hard, but we only have one 3 minute imbalance, which I don't like that. Feel like I should put this up here. Let's see. Boom, boom. 1 minute. 1 minute structure is in our favor at the moment. We have equal highs right there now. 172. Probably going to trail kind of hard here. We're probably now in that 3 minute imbalance, which I expect to bounce from.
Order filled.
So now we got minus 183. We have a contract of 76 running. If we can get down to that liquidity spot that I'm currently sitting at, I think that'll put us close to break even. That'll actually put us up maybe like 16, 17 bucks, which is nothing. But I may trail this position as well. If we trail this position and we put it right here, and we get stopped out, that will put us at minus 130 for the day. So we're kind of back in the game now a little bit. Let's just regroup, refocus, We know we're pushing from the lows right now after sweeping, pushing from the highs as well. We came back into this level or order block, and now we're headed back to the downside. Since we have this huge 30-minute imbalance right here, we expect that we're going to get some rejections off of it and on the way down. It looks like we may have already tapped into it, just barely. Um, Going from this is kind of the liquidity point I wanted to see taken. If we take this out now, we'll be at minus 125, which is not bad at all. I think I can stomach that. We did switch back bullish right here on the 1 minute, but we have liquidity inside of here that we could just take and continue to go lower. So that's kind of what I want to see right now. That'll put us at 150, which is not that bad. So I kind of want to see this liquidity being taken right here and then for us to continue down. But this could be the spot where we just continue to push up. But I think we're going to sweep this and continue to the downside. We also have some equal lows down here as well. So I was thinking about going to the third account, but I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to leave it alone today. Order filled. Here it goes. We have this imbalance.
Order filled.
We could reject from and then go lower as well off of the 3 minute. But minus 150 for the day. Not bad. I may just call it a day, to be honest. Just not a fan of how I performed early on. We put ourselves down a fair bit for no reason, and we mapped out that this should have been bullish. If we're doing just a little quick recap, right here is where we already knew we should be bullish. So we had this low, sweep this liquidity, and then we went back up to here and up to here before we pushed back down, and then we had a sweep right here. So coming back into this zone, we should have been looking mainly for buys. And you can see early in the morning, where were we at? I think I was looking at ES early this morning. So let's go to the 3 minute, because the 3 minute will probably give us what we're looking to see. We were around, let's see, around right here is the 3 minute trade. So we were bearish, but you can see we have equal lows right here. Pretty sure that's equal unless one's lower. Okay, it looks like one's lower. So let me see. We push down here, here, low, high, lower, low. So right here was the setup for the day. Let's see if we're going back down to rejecting out of there. I'm not going to necessarily worry about it at the moment. We're just doing a recap. So this is my 3 minute break of structure right here on this candle. And then we could have got in around here. And then possibly here as well. So after that, we would have went down to the 1 minute. 1 minute went bearish, then bullish. We get in on probably this candle right here. Stop loss kind of, around right there. And then we could have caught a massive push to the upside. What is this? We could have caught literally close to a 7R. Based off the way I trade, this was a potential 7R trade today that we missed. but that's okay. That's why we kind of recap, reanalyze. Even with a $50 risk times times how much? 7R, that would have been 350 on this trade. And if we had like maybe even 75 times 7, that would have been 49, about $525 for one micro contract trade. So it makes me, I would say, happy that my strategy is on point, but I have to be on point as well. And today I was not. I was not on point. So this account's down only 150 now, which is good. We're bullish on the 1 minute again. I'm thinking about taking another setup, but it's already 10 o'clock. Don't want to make my day any more south than it started. Now we did tap into this. We went higher. 1 minute is now bullish. Boom. Still bullish. Right there. I'm thinking we're just going to continue up from here. I got to make sure the 3 minute on ES is not. So you can see the 3 minute is still bullish on ES. It was never bearish on in MNQ. So I may take one more trade out of this. You can see as soon as we kind of hit that first little target I was looking to hit, we bounced back to the upside. So no surprise there. No surprise there. We're now back above the moving average on the 3 minute. Let's check the 5 minute. 5 minute we tapped already. 1 minute's down here. Let's see, 30-second. It's looking like we just continue up from here. I just don't want to have build an unnecessary deficit after we're now at 150. So we're rejecting out of this 3 minute imbalance now, but we kind of got to get a close through there. So right now we're pushing down from here, and we're pushing up from here. So we're just waiting, seeing what's going on, what's happening. Well, this is the high, this is the low, and we also have imbalance inside of here that can push us back to the upside. We also have a bigger imbalance on the 3 minute that could push us back to the upside right here. But I honestly feel like we're just going to continue to push through this level slowly but surely.
Order
So I'm
filled.
taking a small, very small buy in here. We're just gonna see sell stop. Maybe I should have waited for a little bit of a stronger close, but now that looks good. I'm gonna take
Order
2
filled.
contracts on this. See if we can get a better push to the upside. I do not like that we're kind of sweeping that high right now though, because now that most likely tells me we're going to push back down maybe into here before going up. We got to break back above that candle ASAP. So this is going to be the first target, and then the second target is going to be probably close to all-time highs, to be honest. I think we're going to still get some rejection inside of here, but all-time highs would be 25275. Let's see, 25275. That would put us at possibly a little bit over break even. We just have a lot of rejections going on. Um, the first limit would be, let me see, would be about 40 bucks, which would put us at minus 110 for the day. We are now slowing down a bit in this push to the upside. So like I said, we may come back down into this imbalance before pushing back up. Because right now we're in a consolidation zone from here to here. And the breakout would be around up here, not necessarily at this spot, but this spot could hold for the breakout as well. So I'm thinking, I'm looking at the lower time frame, just trying to see if there's anything left that could stop us from hitting all-time highs. We're now only up $4, probably going to hit negative in a second. But I'm trying to see if we can be closer to break even or finish up positive for the day. Let's see, 40 would put us at 110, and then the next high would be about 95 plus 40. That would put us at around $20 negative for the day. So I'd definitely be cool with coming out break even for the day. So I think I may try to aim for that. Now it's looking like we want to push back lower, like I said, before we continue up. I'm gonna put in one more contract and see if we can actually make out decent for the day. We just rejected from this small imbalance right here. So I would like for this to be the breakout. We still have liquidity right here, resting above here, as well as this candles imbalance. But if we can get past that, then I think we're going to hit the highs. Slight rejection from that candle. Hopefully we can just push through it. If we don't push through it, we may come back down lower and have to see a reaction from the bottom side again. Not sure if I'll play it because I don't want to keep playing with fire. Looks like we are, in fact, rejecting that spot that I did not want to see rejection from. Now, rejection does not mean that it's going to reverse on us, but, you know, it just makes the trade less smooth, that's for sure. We got our sell limits at the liquidity points. This is that high of the consolidation we were just in. This is this high, and then maybe, do we put one more? I guess we probably put one at the all-time highs. Maybe even just right here. So let's go back, see what's going on. We're pushing back down. I kind of want to put, I'm just going to go ahead and put the stop losses under this. So we're back in that small imbalance, but really we're pushing through it now. So maybe a good time to exit. I think I'm going to follow my plan to a T and just exit out of these positions. Let me see, 3 minute. We could come back into this as well and push up, but trying to play it smart, man. Trying to play it smart. This is imbalance in here, but there's also imbalance down here.
Order filled. Order filled.
So we could literally sweep in here and then push back to the upside, but I don't want to be in this uh, unless it's looking right. So we need to take some of these sell positions off. Just broke through this low. We have an imbalance that was created now inside of here.
Order filled.
We have the lows kind of stacked up in here that we could sweep and then go up, but I would want to see something maybe from down here. So minus 200 now, still not crazy terrible. I definitely don't like seeing minus more than 300 for a day. That's way too much. So I got it back down some. Hopefully this is not the spot that we sweep and reject from, but we also have the moving average right here, which could potentially hold us up.
Order filled.
So we're gonna re-enter, put the sell stops under there again, and then have our TPs set on ready to go. Now I kind of entered in, I guess, a little bit early. Really, I should have entered in maybe right here. We want to see this inversed. And we want to see this close pretty bullish. Because this is now the 1 minute high. This is the 1 minute low. And we could start making lower lows like this. So what we want to see is kind of this right here for the breakout. Now I'm going to go again and look at the targets down 200 at the moment. If we could get to like 350 off one trade, that would put us up 150. Where's 350 at? That would be around 269 for the entire position, which is feasible. I can see that happening. Sell limit 265. That'll be right here. 269, 270, 204. So we would actually need about 364, which would actually be closer to all-time highs. Around, let's see, 264. That'll be around right here. 264. Now that can happen, but my goal is not to just focus on reaching 150 for payouts all the time, because that can kind of mess you up. So I'm gonna do it how I normally do it and just look for the partials. I'm gonna take this off, map out my points of liquidity. Point 1, 2, 3, 4. And then of course after that is just straight all-time highs. Oh, this is also a good point of liquidity as well right there. So that's probably going to be my target 1. What is this level though? 235.75. 235. Is that 230? Yeah, 235.75. So that'll be about $50 right here. This will be 50 if I take off one contract right there. Sell limit. This will be $50 and it'll be 100 if I take off 2 contracts. So let me think. Sell limit. So one contract at that price point will be 50. The goal is kind of to just mitigate my losses at the moment. So we can kind of look and see what we got going. This is a consolidation, kind of bearish or bullish flag pattern. We tapped back into that 5 minute right here. So I could see us continuing up and going to all-time highs, because that was kind of like the prediction that we made based off of this time frame. Now, if we do go up and take out all-time highs, we could have a really big push to the upside, like that right there. So we're gonna sell one
Order
contract off
filled.
right there. Just gonna play it smart, trying to recoup and recover. I kind of want to sell one more
Order
contract,
filled.
and we'll just leave the last one to run. So we recovered um a good, how much? We were down about 350. We're down 100, so we recovered 250. Um, got a little bit to go. 95. So we may just try to leave this and let this run. If we could get it to run up to, let's see, 150 plus 95 would be, let me get my calculator. So we need about 245 off of this one trade. So 245, 250, that would be at 25,338, which is way up here. 25,338. Let me see, 25,3. And I'm gonna do the calculations one more time. Let me see. We are at 95.46 plus 150. I need to make $245.46 off of this one trade. So 245, 245. So that would be, I got to make it all the way up to here in order to make that happen. So we got a lot of liquidity in the way of this. I can set it to break even, straight break even. This is now a new 5-minute breakup structure right here. And we're just gonna kind of see how this plays out. I may give it a little bit of breathing room, but like to right here. But kind of recovered. I'm okay with how I finished up today. We had to kind of regroup and reanalyze what's going on. We did get some reaction, like I said, we probably would, but I didn't expect us to push through this huge 30-minute imbalance that we created right here. Now we could still get a push back down out of this zone to then push us back down into somewhere deeper in this level. But based off of the daily time frame, this right here, I expected us to make a new all-time high. Now this would be kind of crazy, honestly, price action to just keep going and to hit this price point. So maybe I just take this and come back during the PM session, because this is a huge push to the upside. So let's see, did we create an imbalance? We created an imbalance right here. A bearish imbalance. So if we get a push into that and a push down, that may be the actual reversal for the day. So we do have a large 1-minute push to the upside from here to here. This is 50% of the range where we'd want to see a push back to the upside from here. So we could see something like this, then a push to the upside. We could see something like this. But either way, I gotta go now. I will catch you guys later. Thinking of just letting this play out and seeing if we can hit that very far price target. If not, we'll still only be down minus about 100 for the day. So I may update you guys with the end of day result, but until the next episode, I'll catch you guys next time. Just a small update on the position. I decided to trail my stop loss a little bit. It is getting close. Well, not super close to lunchtime, but we still have an hour until lunchtime. We have right now this 5 minute as well as this 3 minute imbalance that I want to see price hold uh, to create a new high. So this will be the liquidity that price takes and then continues to the upside. Now, this will secure us, another 40 bucks at the very least to see if we can still, like I said, get all the way up to this high and have 150 made on the day. Now, there is a lot of liquidity resting inside this zone, and the pushes down shows me that we still kind of have active selling going on, but we also have active buyers, as you can see, still trying to push us to the upside. So I want to see us hold here and continue to the upside, and then most likely I will trail my position um, to this low. This is, kind of a larger trade. So we're trying to trail, but not too tight. Because if you are taking, bigger, more swing positions, you got to give your trades a little bit more room to fluctuate and breathe. So this is a strong bearish candle though. So did we close fully inside of this imbalance? We did completely inverse this imbalance right here. So we may come lower and then sweep. Either way, we'll have about 50 made. And we also have the not equal highs, but just a ton of liquidity that we can continue to take out to go push us further to the upside. So that's kind of what this trade is based off of. If we do get a new push up, I will trail my stop loss to here, which will put us at 71 confirmed made on that position. So right now we're at 44. Once we break above here, that'll be 71.
So as you can see, we're basically back to break even for the day, minus 24, and I'll take that. See y'all on the next episode.